This is the weather forecast video for Tuesday, January 24th, 2012. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see a frontal system over the eastern seaboard producing some showers and a few thunderstorms in that area, along with some snow across the far northeast, and some cloudiness across the Intermountain West and the west coast. Watch morning map from just before midnight. Was fairly quiet across the country. Some winter weather advisories over the desert southwest, some fog advisories over the southeast, and some inclement weather over the Pacific Northwest. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, shows the heaviest amounts of precip will be from Texas and Oklahoma eastward and then up the eastern seaboard with the storm system in that area, and again over the Pacific Northwest. Here's the 0Z GFS Model Run at 6 p.m. this evening. You can see an upper level feature over New Mexico and West Texas with a pretty much west-east flow across the northern tier, and that's going to keep us pretty seasonal and pretty dry for a number of days across the state, with seasonal readings in the 20s to lower 30s, with the rain and snow staying away. Move ahead to Wednesday, the upper level low moves into Texas, but yet again we still have the west-east flow, and with the air coming from the Pacific, temperatures warm even into Thursday as that upper level feature begins to open up and move across the south. See a trough axis moving across the area, but again with the trough axis and it remaining dry, all the moisture will be south of the state. Maybe a few clouds extra on Thursday, but not much else, with highs of the 20s and 30s. A little bit of precip moves in Friday. Could be a few flurries or light snow showers. Nothing of any accumulation likely from that little disturbance with seasonal readings. Even into Saturday, could see a flurry or two, but not much of anything else. And temperatures likely in the 20s to around 30 for highs. Heading to Sunday, winds begin to switch back to the southwest with the high pressure over Mississippi, so temperatures will warm a little bit, maybe close to 30 in some areas, maybe lower 30s. Monday of next week could see some warmer temperatures with readings in the 30s, maybe even warmer than that with areas of less snowpack. Heading into a week from today, the end of January, the 31st, trough axis just to the west, with some energy moving into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandle, and we'll need to watch that closely with a low pressure developing in that area and Gulf moisture returning, and we could see some rain, and it may be rain, maybe even a mix, with temperatures being fairly close to freezing. We had a few days later on the 2nd, you can see, like we said yesterday, that Groundhog Day snowstorm. Today, this model run doesn't show it. It shows it about a day later here on the 3rd, but it's not phased, and most of the moisture will remain either off to our east and south, but the cold air does come down with it, and looks like there could be some Arctic weather coming down. Heading to the end of the forecast on the 8th, that begins to lift out, and now we get a ridge over a good portion of the western United States, with the peace energy moving into Southern California. And this means very cold across New England and the Great Lakes, and very warm across the Plain States, and pretty wet across the West Coast. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.